Hello, book lovers, and welcome to Book Talk Radio Club. My name is Claire Perkins, and today I'm talking to author Richie Debenham. Richie is the author of Counterweight Maneuver, a fast-paced science fiction novel. Oakland, 2025. Journalist Bradley Wilcox learns a scoop of his life, but within 24 hours, he's out of a job and on his own. Meanwhile, programming genius Oswald Carrington is abducted from his parents' home. His mysterious captors only want one thing: his specialist knowledge. He's aware they're extremely dangerous, but can he turn down the opportunity of a lifetime? Hi, Richard. First of all, welcome and thank you for coming on Book Talk Radio Club.
Hi, Claire. Nice to be here.
Thank you. Counterweight Maneuver, what a ride. I couldn't put it down. Would you like to give Book Talk Radio Club's listeners a brief synopsis of the story, please?
Okay. Well, the story is basically about one covert organisation's last desperate attempt to ensure that the United States remains the world's top economy.
Right.
In the face of overwhelming odds that are coming from China and the other rapidly developing economies that are mainly based in the Far East at the moment.
Okay. All right. And there's an orbit station, isn't there? There's some kind of station up in space. Tell me a bit about that. That's part
Well,
of
there
it.
is, yes. It's a secret space station that's up there that no one else knows about.
Right.
And it's connected to the Earth by a space elevator,
Wow.
which again no one else knows about.
We'll go on to that afterwards. So let's just talk about behind the events of the book. There's war veteran Ronald Hawke, the president's chief advisor. Now Hawke belongs to the Brotherhood of Thelema, a secret society which firmly believes in true will and that mankind has entered the Aeon of Horus. First of all, is there such a secret society, and what is the Aeon of Horus?
Well, yes, there is actually.
Oh, right.
Yes, there is. The Aeon of Horus, and well, let's talk about that then. The Brotherhood of Thelema does actually exist in real life.
Right.
It's a social and spiritual philosophy that is mainly based upon the underlying principle of the saying, "Do what thou wilt, as this shall be the whole of the law." Now, people who adhere to this philosophy are known as Thelemites.
Right.
And it was developed in the early 1900s by the English writer and mystic Aleister Crowley.
Okay, yeah.
So Crowley believed himself to be the prophet of the New Age, which was known to Thelemites as the Aeon of Horus.
Right.
Now, this is another story in itself, but Crowley, who was a very strange character, believed that the Book of Law, as was dictated to him by a spirit who came to him while he was working in Egypt. This spirit was known as Al-Awas, who was a disciple of the devil. Now, since that time, many people have started to follow the teachings of the Thelemite cult. Okay. And they look upon themselves as a highly independent group of people, and they don't follow no one else but themselves. And this was the teachings of Crowley himself, which was, like I say, he said, do what thou wilt.
Right.
This shall be the whole of the law. Yeah.
And what about the Aeon of Horus? What does that mean?
The Aeon of Horus is kind of like an aeon that we're actually going through at the moment, a bit like the age of Aquarius or something like that.
Okay.
In the Thelemite religion, that's the same thing.
Right.
This is the age that we are currently in at the moment.
Right.
And this is the Aeon of Horus. Yeah.
So why is Colonel Hawke staging an alien invasion? To what end?
Well, being a member of the secret society of Thelemites, Hawke and his fellow cult members conspired to stage an alien invasion, which the aim of which will send shockwaves around the globe and hopefully destroy. They want to destroy the economies of most of the world's leading nations, in order that we can start all over again. Similar to what happened after the Second World War, when most of the developed nations faced ruin, while America remained largely unscathed from the conflict. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so Oswald Carrington, he's a programming genius and smoker of far too much weed. Now, he's employed by Hawke to build Supertronics. What is a Supertronic?
That's a good question. Well, I was looking for a name that would reflect a new type of flying machine.
Right.
Now we've since developed drones for the concept of a new generation of flying machines, but I thought it would be interesting just to add another piece onto this drone name, which would affect, which in effect could possibly make the word drone sound much more larger and more menacing. So we ended up with the word dronic.
Our hero is Bradley Wilcox. He starts off as a dismissed investigative journalist and ends up on orbit station facing death. Is this character based on someone you know, Richard, or an amalgam of people?
Well, he's not someone I know, but I think he's probably someone who could possibly work for the Washington Post or the New York Times.
Right.
I'm sure that there are many investigative reporters out there who are just itching to land a scoop of a lifetime, especially in the current economic climate that's pervading America.
Exactly.
So he's one of many.
Exactly. The space elevator has been extensively researched and discussed in the scientific and engineering communities for many years. However, up to the present, time has eluded but all of the most advanced brains on the planet. How far into the future do you think it could become a reality?
It all depends upon the knowledge they have already gained. In the last 2 or 3 years alone, there has been massive gains in investigating the properties of the new super material known as graphene.
Right.
Now, I only heard very recently that advanced technology is looking also into the possibility of using the secrets of the spider's web. Okay. So if they manage to tap into the secrets of the spider's web, and in conjunction with the knowledge that they already know about graphene, right, it could in effect produce something with incredible strength and flexibility.
What is graphene?
Well, graphene is a graphite-based material that conducts electricity,
right,
and it's a new super material made from graphite,
right,
and it's mixed with other ingredients, but it's ultra light. And ultra strong, and it's pound per pound is much stronger than steel. So that's the possibility of the space elevator concept becoming reality, really.
How much research did you have to carry out for Counterweight Maneuver, and what subjects in particular? I mean, I can see you're very interested in this, and you really love your sci-fi stuff. So what subjects in particular did you have to research for your book?
Well, I had a feeling there's a lot going on up there in orbit that we're not being told about. I honestly do believe that there is a real life ongoing Star Wars program that involves satellites from various hostile nations or from somewhere else being shot down and destroyed for either economic use or possibly even spiritual gain,
right,
in order to keep the real truth from us, you see.
Yeah.
And I also happen to believe that the USA and the UK possibly are heavily involved in this advanced search and destroy mission.
Right. Interesting. So you've joined the elevator industry at the age of 18, and then over the years eventually worked your way up through a variety of different companies to become the managing director of your own successful elevator company. I mean, thinking about writing a novel, even with your experience of the subject, is very different to actually writing about it. What made you put pen to paper or fingers to keyboard, as it were?
Well, I just thought it was a great opportunity to write something completely different. I thought it might just involve a special elevator, but to be honest with you, there's hardly been any other book or movie in existence that has come remotely close to anything like Counterweight.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Absolutely.
Yeah. It was a one-off opportunity to sort of do it, really.
Yeah, and also you've got the experience of elevators behind you. Nice, shame you can't work on a space elevator.
I'd love to.
So why a sci-fi novel? Was there a particular author or a film that inspired you to write a sci-fi novel?
Well, not really. I mean, as soon as I put pen to paper, I instantly knew this would make a fantastic science fiction story. As many of the ground-based and in reality towering inferno stories that involved elevators had already been done previously. So to be honest with you, no one had previously influenced me to make this book. It was a one-off, and I don't think it involves anything that's previously gone before, to be honest with you.
No, absolutely. But have you always liked sci-fi?
Yes, I love sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yes, I absolutely do. Yeah, I absolutely love sci-fi.
Me too.
That's a natural for me. Yeah.
Is Counterweight Maneuver a one-off, or are there going to be more in a series? Is this the first?
Well, I'm hoping it will become a series because I've left the ending of Counterweight wide open for another book to be written.
Yes, you have.
So I'm hoping there's going to be another one.
Great.
And that's a distinct possibility.
Oh, I look forward to that. So where can Book Talk Radio Club listeners purchase Counterweight Maneuver, Richie?
My pleasure, Claire.
Where can Book Talk Radio Club listeners purchase your book?
Oh, sorry about that. I misheard that. Sorry. Well, it's currently being sold at Amazon. Yeah. Sorry about that. Must be the airwaves. It's currently being sold at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iBooks and Kobo. And you can also purchase the book directly from my author's website at www.richiedebenham.com.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you, Richie. That was great. Please come back on Book Talk Radio Club. I'd love to chat with you and hear more. In the meantime, good luck for the future. And thank you, everyone, for listening to Book Talk Radio Club. Thank you, Richie.
My pleasure, Claire.
Thanks.
Thank you.